December, I don't my call. This is the moment you're meant to know.
Hello, my sunflowers. How are you? How are you? How are you? It just seems to me, but before I go on about what I'm going to say, I hope you have a marvelous day. Here in Maryland, it is very overcast, cloudy, dismal, but nevertheless, it's early in the morning and we're just going to get to it. So anyway, now, it just seems like Kylie Jenner and Timothee Chalamet is in the news. And I know we follow the Kardashians. We do. I do. They just somebody who I love to follow, baby Crones and I both. But nevertheless, they just been in the news. And things that are curious, like he didn't show up at her birthday party, or he wasn't there for her birthday. And for the biggest bash ever of the who's list,
yes,
he didn't show up for Kris Jenner's bash that had to be called the police. He didn't show up for that. It is, and that's not the kicker. The kicker is that he didn't even mention her in the Vogue magazine. So it seems to me that Timothee is distancing himself away from Kylie.
It does seem that way.
What you think, baby Crones?
Most definitely, because you never hear him or Kylie talk about each other.
The thing is, you couldn't show up for my birthday, but you can't show up for my mom's party? And you didn't even mention me in the Vogue. You avoided me like a plague. It's up to Kylie if she wants to deal with that. I think that if she deals with that, she comes off real desperate. And also, I have to say it. I think I don't know. I'm just saying, I think one of Kylie's biggest issues is she so desperately want to get married. That's what I think. Mm-hmm. And I think if a man feels as though that you desperately want to get married, well, he's not going to ask you to marry him because he already know that's what he wants and he got you. I think that stop wanting to be married.
Yes.
Or live together. You don't need a man to take care of you.
No, she really doesn't.
I'm not saying that's it. I'm saying for anybody out there that's looking for, I just desperately want to get married to be married. That is not a reason to get married because I want to. That is not because I dreamt about it. Those are not the reasons to get married. Not real. It should be negotiable. It should be a contract. It should be based on something other than my feelings. Mm-hmm. It should be based on, look, we're going to get into this thing. We're going to have some rough times together. We're going to have to figure out how our contract, what are the grounds? That's what marriage is about. Because back in the early 19th century or before, marriages were built on contracts. And I think we need to go back to the contract.
Yes.
Back to tradition.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Yes, because at this point, marriage has been watered down and lost its meaning.
Because people just get married over a feeling. What reason? Now, seriously, I don't know how old Charlemagne is. I don't know if he's 30. His career is just starting to bud. Being with Kylie gave him a lot of lip service because I probably wouldn't have known who he was. Eventually I would have because of the movies he played in. Mm-hmm. So I would have known who he was without Kylie. But Kylie did give him an edge and turn him more into a sex symbol to me, which for me, I don't find him sexual at all. However, is a lot of elderly women like to play with them. Play in the movies with them. So he could, I don't know. He's just not a sex symbol to me. But if you into the tall, slinky, slim looking, that dress hip, he is the one. He does have that. He is a fashion plate. I give him that.
Yes.
But I can't say that he is the way he is because of Kylie. I can't believe it. I think his work speaks for him. What do you think, baby Crones?
Yes. Timothee is 29.
When is his birthday?
December 27th.
So he going on 30. And at 30, I don't think that you need to be thinking about rushing into marriage. I think that I'm not saying don't get married, but look at it. He's already marrying a pre-made family.
Yes,
you're
right.
marrying someone with 2 kids.
And Kylie just turned 28.
And Kylie just turned 28. I'm not saying don't marry. I just think that just getting married to get married, you ought to know that we're going to work this thing out. We're on the same page. Well, we'll break up after 7 years. If 7 years, if it's that bad, we get whatever. Put it in contract. If you break it, you get this. That's what I would do. Marriage would be a contract for me if I got into it. What do you think?
Yes, well, definitely.
I would never marry without having negotiations. Exactly. And then have the lawyer write it up. So the prenup would be for both of us. Your rule, not me having my own separate, but we're going to do this thing together.
I like that.
That's what it would be like for me, because you do need it. So it just seems like they're not together.
No.
And I hope that she's just the fact I don't have all the bolts and what do they call nuts and bolts. I don't have all of that information. But when a man don't even want to talk about you, and when a man says it's in my future about children, he's not thinking about you. Because at that point, he could have said, I have 2 kids in my life that I adore. He didn't even acknowledge that. He didn't even acknowledge that. He said it's in his future. Like Kylie is so a distant away. And maybe other people may not seen it, but that's what I see. Because if I was dating a man and I know it was a future there and he had a child and I didn't, I would say, well, I love children. And yes, I have a child in my life right now that I adore. You know, I'm not claiming I'm his dad or mom. I'm just saying there's a child in my life that I adore and I adore his father or something like that. And that's all I'm going to say about that. He said nothing. Nothing. Yay, nay. And then people always want to make a no. Like if somebody don't say anything, they like to make it out to be, maybe he'd like it. No, he didn't say anything because he's willing away from that. He's getting away from that. He doesn't want to be bogged down. He doesn't want to be, and I'm glad, because to me, I just don't even see why would he want to be married to someone that already have 2 children? I don't care how much money he had. I would want, if I have no children, I want to marry someone that we could share that experience together. Not that you done shared it with somebody. That's just me though. Now I could see it if I was in my 40s and I'm on my last breath and I'm at my pinnacle of my looking good days and I gotta settle because I know men in their 40s got babies. That's different. But not while I'm in my 20s. No. Now, when I'm at like 35, okay. But no, not before then. What do you think, baby? Yes, maybe I'm being hard.
No, hey, it's different strokes for different folks.
Because there's a lot of men out there that don't have children.
Yes.
And there are a lot of women out there that don't have children. And I want to be with someone that if I had a child, they can have a child or 2. But not 3 and 4 and 5. No. Because the more children they have, the more money.
You know what? That is true.
Now just think about that. And on both sides. And more time.
Yep.
So I ain't trying to hook up with that. So anyway, let's just get to it. I done went off into Never Land about this because I just don't feel as though that they are perfectly matched. I feel as though that I think she was good. I think they were good to date and good to help each other and build each other. They were nice. But if he was my son, I would definitely not want to marry her. Why? Because she had 2 children.
You know, I find it so suspicious because when they first started dating, they were displaying so much love in the public eye.
Yeah.
And now it seems like
you don't even hardly see him.
No. It's weird how much they've changed over the years.
Oh my. Oh wow.
Right.
Oh my. Now, like I say, the middle card to me is always representative of the person. And what I see here, I'm just going to read it in this present form. In the present form, what I see with Kylie is that she is the one holding the power. She's got the power where she can let that go. She got it where she can stand alone, lean alone. She's growing strong. It may not look like it, but she's growing strong because I see in the past she needed temperance. She needed to find a balance. She was overly exuberant in the relationship. She really was. But I think she's finding her inner strength. I think she is. I think she's finding her inner strength. And along in the past of having to learn balance and having to learn how to not allow yourself fall apart when they walk out. I think that she's learning it and she's implementing it because I could see right in her future, I could see that she is the queen and she is on fire and she is standing for and she knows who she is. He is not, this breakup has made her stronger. At first she was sinking, but she remembered who she is. And she remembered that she's a blessing in his life. And she remembered. And so she's gaining her strength. She is not allowing him to tear her down. She's going to keep on smiling. She's going to keep on, even if she has to hide how she feels. She's not going to fall apart. She won't give him the satisfaction. Now, that's what I see in her presence. Now, is all this real? Let's go up in that head part. Here in the head, I see financially. I see what that's all about. Let's see if this, wait a minute, hold up. Let's see. Now, in the head part, this is what I see. I think that she is determined. She is determined that she's going to, because this is Cancer, right? Mm-hmm. She is determined that she's going to put her family first. She is determined that I am not going to move. I'm not going to look back at what I was. If he don't want me, he don't want me. I've been good to him. We have a good relationship. If he want to put his career before me, do so. But she's looking at him like it's like I'm there with open arms. But I'm not going to allow you to keep treating me this way when I'm working, I'm pulling, I'm showing you, I'm loving on you, I'm doing all of this. And yet you still not sure if you want to have a family with me. You still not sure whether or not children are in your future when I have children. Mm-hmm. So she's really being strong about this. Now let's see what's going on the earth level. Let's see what she's standing on. Let's see, because right now we know what her present is. And if you could see in both cases, she's being strong. She's carrying herself here, right here mentally. She's on that dark horse. She's still standing strong. She knows what she has. She knows what she brings to the table. And she's looking at him and he's not looking at her because he got his eyes fixed on his career. You know, and she sees that and she knows that I have put everything I could to show this man I love him. I done everything I could because we all know that when Kylie gets in a relationship, she put everything in it. She be like, put her left foot in and her right foot and shake it all about. She puts everything into these relationships. And we also know that Kylie gets to dreaming in her relationships and start thinking about marriage and all of that because that's what her ultimate goal is. Yes. And we all want that for her. I know I do, but I want it with the right person. And right now, I think that Kylie would do better if she was with someone that had a child.
Okay, fair enough. Yes.
You know, someone that is seasoned, someone that is mature, that's more on her level. He doesn't have to be an actor or a basketball player or any kind of sports. He could just be a doctor. He could be a lawyer. He could be an account, just your average wealthy man that don't need her. What do you think, baby?
Yeah, most definitely.
So let's see what she's standing on. Well, right now, we see one thing, that she's about new beginnings. Okay. She's about that this ain't going to take her down. And we have been seeing Kylie out and laughing and hanging out with her friends.
That's true.
So we have been seeing this. So this is true. We also see justice. And that means she knows that she's going to meet the right person. She's not going to put up with Chalamet. It's like she's been dealing with men like this. She's been Tiger. her baby
Travis Scott.
Travis. Now this, it's like they all have something in common and they don't want to be committed. And she wants to be committed, but she draws guys that's not ready for a commitment. And I wonder where she gets that from. Probably her mother.
Yeah.
Why? Because her mother been with Corey and haven't committed
That's
to
true.
that relationship since her father died. I mean, I'm sorry. Since her father turned into a woman. And for me, it's like a death. But nevertheless, you understand how I meant that.
Yeah.
No pun intended. So I could see when it comes down to men, how she could be a little lost, especially looking at her sisters. Because she wasn't born during the time when the Kardashians had their father. That's not a part of her life. Her life is with Bruce Jenner. And so all she's seen is her mother with this whacked out relationship with Bruce. All she's seen is her sisters fail at relationships. All she sees is her mother been with Coy and they never got, she haven't had no real role models to me.
And we know Kylie was out there doing stuff behind her mother's back at a young age.
At a young age. So let's see. So so she's up in the air. She just knows that she's worthy. And I think Timothy have her up in the air. You know, I think he makes promises or say things and make her believe. And then she believes, but I think she's getting hip to it. And I think she's opening her eyes to that. And I think she's like, I'm not going to live up in a fog and a cloud. You know, yes, I am going to keep believing and dreaming that I want to get married because that's what she wants.
Yes.
And one day she will have it. But I do think that she's changing the system. She's changing what she's thinking when it comes down to Timothy because he's not showing up. And as long as she got her sister Chloe there, she's going to be all right.
Yes.
You know, so you have a question?
Yes, I want to know, does Kylie Jenner still love or have feelings for Timothy?
She's tangled. She got mixed feelings.
Oh.
She mixed feelings. She feels as though she know it's hurt. She knows that she know with her mixed feelings, she know that it's coming to an end. She can't hide it. She can't fake it. And you don't want the media to get hold of it and yet a sword. So no, they're not getting on. They have opposites. Swords don't mean nothing but war. Even though it could be a good thing, but what are you standing up to? What are you defending? What do you have to hold? What do you have to find justice in? Nothing, because he's the one that's not showing up. At least he is allowing the media to think that.
Yes.
He didn't show up for you when he did his Vogue commercial. That not an interview. He didn't show up at the parties, didn't show up at your, and that's at the who's who. Who would want to miss that?
Yeah, that was true. That's true.
So it's like, it ain't about who you can introduce me to. So it's not about none of that. What do you think?
Yeah, most definitely.
So you can hold up this. I think that he's just not ready at the bottom of it all. He probably adore Kylie, but it's just not ready to be committed. And he knows deep within himself that he won't be faithful. And sometimes people just don't want to come off and say it. Because she probably is good. She probably have worked herself. She probably have done everything to show him that she loves her. And it is hard to look at someone in the face and say, it's not you, it's me. And he probably said that to her. But unless he's willing to cut it off completely. And you know, some people just can't do it when they got a good person and the person haven't did anything to them. It's hard for them to look you in the eye and walk away because they also afraid they might need you again for whatever it is. We know it's not money because he had money before he met her. So it's not money. It's not fame. He had all of that before he met her. But what she did do to me, she made him a sex symbol. That's what she did do. Because I never seen him as such. But you know, you with one of the most sexiest women.
That's true.
It's going to make you a sexy man. And it's going to make women Want to know what's between them pants legs. So in that sense, I just think that they are on the out. I think they doing it in a way where they just drifting apart. And I think that Kylie, as though, even though it hurts her, even though it's humiliating, she's standing up and she's facing it and she's dealing with it. And if she cries, she says, I'll cry alone. In other words, those that's close to me will feel this, but I will not give him the benefit of the doubt to let him think that I fall apart. Go ahead.
Yeah, slight side tangent, but since we're here about Kylie Jenner and her obsession with love, I want to know, and since we're talking about how she's growing as an individual, I want to know, does she still have feelings for Travis Scott?
Did you still, let me go to the middle for this. Okay, I think I want this one. Do you have feelings for Travis Scott? Well, when we see the two, we know that two is she still holds on. She have children by him, so they still have a bond. There's still emotional cups. I think he still have feelings for her, and I think that she's probably finally made her peace with that. I think that she's made her peace with that. I think falling in love with Timothy, I think that really helped her a lot. And I think that even though I think that he has feelings for her, but I think that she holds on because of the baby. And I think that they have a good friendship. And I think because this king showed up as in her past, and I think that in her future, I think she's able to let him go and move on. I think she let him go, and I think she moved on from that. I really do. But I think that she has a relationship with him because of her daughter. And I think that relationship is pretty close. I do. That's what I see. You have another question?
Oh, no, I think I have all my questions answered.
Okay. So my question is, I would like to know, will Kylie Jenner one day get married?
Ooh.
I see deception. I see judgment. I say this, with everything she's gone through, with all of the deception, the lies, the poor relationships, everything she had, judgment says overall she's a good woman. And yes, she will get married. She will get married. There is marriage for her and her future. Definitely. In spite of it, in spite of everything, what it looked like, what she's going through, in spite of it all, judgment has prevailed, and this woman will get married. We just hope it's the right one. And that's my read.
Yes,
did you like that?
Yes, I did like that.
That's what I didn't know what was. I saw the devil and I saw judgment. I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna you clocked it, and I'm gonna give that applause because I want the best for her. I really think that her and Kendall deserves to have
Timothy.
Her and Kendall.
Oh, yes.
Deserve. Timothy is a man. Timothy could marry her right now and she'll say yes. So it's not Timothy. Timothy is being true to Timothy, and rightfully so. I would rather for him to do all this and show me that he's not ready to get married or be obligated like that than for me to marry and then I got to deal with this 6 weeks or 6 months or a year or 2 or 3 after we married and we break up anyway. It is better this way. And you know, life has proven you that you will get over the pain. And you know this. And this is why she's treating this breakup differently.
Got you.
Good for you, Kylie.
Yes.
Good for you. And that's right. It's a slow breakup, but we know you didn't do it. We don't know what's going on in the undercurrent. We only know that he is not committed to you. After 2 years, he should be committed, but he is not committed. Maybe not committed to marriage, but he should be committed where he claimed you, and he did not. And to me, that's an epic fail. And if I were you, I would never take him back. Ever. We could remain friends, but there would be no more booties and the tooties bumping no more. And that's what I have to say about that. Everything I say is allegedly because I don't know these people, but thus saith the cards that she will get married one day to the man that is willing to do right by her. I only hope he's the right one. And with that being said, if you like this kind of stuff, please subscribe to our station and become a sunflower and spread your little sunflower seeds all over the earth. And if that's not asking for too much, please subscribe. Please give us a thumbs up. If you enjoyed this, I tried to make it very good and positive for somebody out there that maybe need to go on. Kylie is a good example how to show that being resilient and how to deal with breakups. This woman has had breakups that are heart-wrenching, and she's still staying tall. And in spite of everything that she's gone through, I can't blame Timothy for aborting this. It's too much. She's a big package. She comes with a lot. She comes with 2 kids. She comes with a momager. She comes with the big famous family. This woman comes with a lot, and she's a billionaire. Billionaire.
Let's see if
she comes with a private jet. So,
yes, she does.
So she's a billionaire, as far as I'm concerned. So she comes with a lot, and sometimes it ain't all what it cracked up to be. So if he's leaving or he wants out, do it now. Better now than later. That's what I say. And I wish them both the best. I really do, because at the end of the day, we never really thought they matched. Anyway,
no, not at all.
None of us really did. So if this is coming to their end or their beginning, I still don't think that they are right for each other. They don't blend, in my opinion. However, she does fit the qualifications of what he does pick in his girls. Right.
Okay.
And she picked him because he's tall and slender, which she like in her guys.
Yep.
And his name is Timothy, and she liked those T names.
You're right.
Timothy, Travis,
Tiger.
So they both, that shows you right now, they tied to their past. He gets the same attractive woman and she goes for the same man. They are not ready, but they're getting there. Step by step. And with that, please, if you like this, give it a thumbs up. And we appreciate it. And we thank you for joining us. And we thank you for staying to the end. It means a lot. And you know what we say to you? Sunflowers.